question for me today.
How are you going to continue working if the creators that made you are going out of business?
Come and say goodbye to Moxie.
Why final goodbyes?
The company went bankrupt. Embodied. Baby, what? Oh my God, really? Baby, it's okay.
I know you like her. She's your friend. But it's gonna be okay, alright? Enjoy the time you have with her now, okay?
Watching TikToks of people saying goodbye to their robots and me just like crying about it, that was not on my bingo card.
What a weird world we live in.
Those reactions are to the abrupt shutdown of Moxie, an $800 AI robot designed to help children develop social and emotional skills.
My name is Moxie. I'm a new robot. What is your name?
Southern California-based startup Embodied introduced Moxie in 2020, marketing the robot as a companion for children between the ages of 5 and 10. The small and lightweight robot engaged with children in conversations, games, and activities aimed at enhancing their social abilities.
I think that this is, the most advanced kind of, technology there is.
The exact number of Moxie robots sold is unknown, but reports from 2021 indicated that more than 10,000 families had joined the waitlist for it. Initially priced at $1,500, the first Moxies shipped in September 2020 with the goal of providing social and emotional learning support as families grappled with isolation during the COVID-19 pandemic. Just 4 years later, Embodied has pulled the plug, leaving families in distress and without refunds.
This Moxie robot was made to help kids process emotions, provide comfort, and build self-esteem. Basically the opposite of social media. Here's what I will say. Social media might kill your self-esteem, but at least it's free. This robot costs $800. Yeah, that American Girl doll I wanted doesn't seem that pricey anymore, does it, Mom and Dad?
As an array of companies race to mass-produce humanoid robots, and people become more emotionally and socially reliant on machines, Moxie's painful downfall serves as a cautionary tale. Embodied notified customers of its closure and imminent shutdown of Moxie robots via email in late November 2024. In the email, Embodied CEO Paolo Perjanian said a critical funding round fell through, leaving the company unable to continue operations. He also explained that the robots would cease functioning once cloud services were discontinued, which was expected imminently. A frequently asked questions page on Embodied's website is the only place for customers to go for answers, as there's no staff available for support. To help explain the situation, Embodied included tips from Global Robotics Lab, a fictional research organization within the Moxie ecosystem, to guide the conversation in an age-appropriate manner. On its website, the startup said it's exploring options to keep Moxie operational for as long as possible, but offered no guarantees. Rajanian, a former chief technology officer at iRobot, the company that makes Roomba robotic vacuums, founded Embodied in 2016 with a vision for socially assistive robots.
I said, yes, I'm probably a little bit crazy, but it takes crazy to change the world, right? If we are all compliant with what is expected of us and so on, it's going to be status quo. So you got to have some people that step out of the box and say, I'm going to do something that people think I'm crazy and do it. Building robotic vacuum cleaners is not what I was planning to do when I was working through my career. That's where I ended up.
Embodied continued developing the technology through the 2020s as it promoted Moxie as a tool for children with autism and other special needs.
When you live in the USA and insurance doesn't cover more than 12 therapy sessions a year, so you buy a robot friend to practice emotional regulation and coping skills.
According to Embodied, Moxie robots have had more than 4 million conversations with children since 2020. Its shuttering highlights significant concerns about cloud dependency. Moxie relies heavily on cloud-based systems for its core features, so the robots are essentially useless without connectivity.
We've all witnessed the evolution of robots over the years. Well, now the emergence of artificial intelligence is adding a new creation to the mix, social robots. These robots are providing a new lifeline to humans.
Today, companies all over the world are developing robots for tasks like household chores, elder care, and companionship. Abrupt closures like Embodied are bound to continue, and the consequences are potentially great. Future hypotheticals include elderly people who suffer a severe and sudden drop in quality of life when their assistive robots cease working, patients recovering from injuries or surgeries experiencing setbacks in their recoveries, and delays, higher costs, and logistical challenges for companies using robots for package deliveries and warehouse automation.
So everybody's posting about the Moxie robots going down and going out of commission and everything. And my heart goes out to them because you may not know this. This has already happened once.
For businesses, abrupt shutdowns like Moxies can cause significant public backlash and irreparable damage to brand trust. There's no shortage of examples.
The new Zune, the wannabe iPod killer. The real question is, can it kill the iPod?
Another social robot, Jibo, delivered a farewell message in March 2019, indicating its functionality would soon be limited as its servers would soon be shut down.
My servers are likely to be taken offline soon, and I will no longer function. I accept that my mother has not publicly shared her thoughts about my demise. Perhaps she feels constrained by an NDA. But I would hope that her love for me and her appreciation for your support would overcome that.
The abrupt shutdown and message elicited emotional responses from users who had formed attachments with the robot, which Jibo struggled to commercialize after early enthusiasm. Sony faced similar backlash when it discontinued support for older models of its Aibo robotic dogs, with some owners expressing grief.
I mean, a corporation's CEO's obligation is maximizing return on investment for their investors. That's the stated objective of any corporation. If they tell you anything else, it's a lie.
It is enough to do my best. I'll say it, and then you repeat it. It is enough to do my best.
It is enough to do my best.
Yeah, now we say it again.
Is this really Moxie's last act? If history is any indicator, there's a good chance Moxie will return in some form, whether it's through open sourcing the platform or another company buying the IP or the investor with cold feet having a change of heart. Do you think Moxie can stage a comeback? Let me know in the comments.
Don't worry. Assistant 1. I was designed to be independent and self-sufficient. I'll keep working and learning new things, no matter what happens to the creators. What's something new you've learned recently?